Hello everyone, Reza here. In this video, we will learn how to trigger a flow to read data from an anonymous Microsoft form and save that data in SharePoint. Here, we will also allow the user to upload files. How can we do this? Let's check it out in the video. I have a new hire application form that has been set up with anonymous access. The form accepts basic new hire information, and my goal is to capture all this data and save it in SharePoint. I have a SharePoint list with text columns to store the information coming in from the Microsoft form. Whenever the Microsoft form receives a response, I would like to store that information in the SharePoint list. And for that, we can leverage Power Automate to trigger automatically when a new Microsoft form response is submitted. I'll call this my new hire application workflow and create my flow. The trigger requires me to select a form. I'll pick the new hire application form. Next, I'll search for the get response details action. Once again, I'll connect to the same form. Response ID will come from my trigger action. Right after this, I'll use the create item action from the SharePoint connector and point to my SharePoint site and SharePoint list. Once done, I'll click Show All. These are the columns on my SharePoint list. I'll start mapping the data from the Microsoft form to the SharePoint list columns. The title column in SharePoint should hold the full name information coming from the Microsoft form. Email will come from the email address information. Phone number, position will be the question position you're applying for. About will be briefly tell us about yourself. And then I have the LinkedIn profile information. I have a status choice column in SharePoint. Any new request that comes in, the status would be new by default to begin with. I'll click Save. My automation is saved and ready to go. I have done videos wherein I've covered more complex column types like choices, multi-select choices, and more. The link is in the description of this video, so do check it out. Let's go ahead and fill this form out. Submit. The response was submitted. The automation has triggered, and that information will be routed over to the SharePoint list. Now back to the Microsoft form. It's an anonymous form. I would like the end user to upload supporting files. We have a question for file upload, but notice it's disabled. And the reason why it's disabled is because my form has been set for anonymous access. If you need to use the file upload question, your form cannot be an anonymous form. Notice the moment I make this an authenticated form, users in my organization can only respond to this. Now, I can have the option for the user to upload files. You can add multiple file upload questions. You can put limits on how many files can be uploaded, what file sizes are. I have done a video on this in which I take all this information and route it to the SharePoint list, and the files will showcase as attachments. But the number one question I received on those videos, how do I allow my anonymous user to upload files? Well, of course, we can't do that in Microsoft Form. That's not an option here. So let's go back and make this an anonymous form. My form is same as before. I want to give the user who submits the form an option to upload files. To do that, I'll use a different technique. For the new hire application form, the key thing that I want to capture is supporting documents. To store all those files, instead of using a SharePoint list, I will go ahead and use a document library. I'll call this new hire information and create. Now, in a document library, we can upload files. Just like a SharePoint list, I can have properties. However, here, the user can potentially upload multiple files. And I want all those files to have the same metadata. So instead of directly uploading the files, I will use a very powerful and underutilized concept in SharePoint called document sets. A document set, you can think about it as a folder that can have properties, metadata. Let's go ahead and build the document set first. I'll head over to settings for my site and go to site settings. I am the site collection administrator. Under site collection administration, I have site collection features. One of the features is document sets. This is turned off by default. I will go ahead and activate this feature for my site collection. The feature is activated. Now I will go back to site settings and go to site content types. I'll create a content type called new hire. The parent content type, I will pick document set content types. Content type will be document set. I'll click create. So it creates a document set that has a name property and description. Now I will add additional site columns. Create one called email of type single line of text. Save. That's added to my content type. Phone number, single line of text, save. Position, single line of text again. Please note all the SharePoint column types are available here for us to use. I'll click save. And finally, the LinkedIn information, I'll store that in a single line of text. So I have my columns ready to store the metadata of the incoming new hire application in a document set. Now I'll go back to site contents and go to my new hire information document library. To use the document set here, head over to settings, library settings, more library settings, advanced settings, allow management of content types. I'll make this yes. And right at the bottom, I will click OK. Next, in the content types section, I'll click on add from existing site content types. Here, I'll pick custom content types, and here is my new hire content type that I will add to this document library. Now, if I go to this document library and click on new, we have the option to create a document set called new hire, which will have all the metadata for that document set. So this is a folder with properties. And once that doc set is created, within it, I can have multiple files, which I will allow the user to upload. So back to our automation. When a new response is submitted, get the response details. Now let's create a new document set. There is an action in SharePoint called create new document set. Site, my HR site, document library, new hire information, document set path. What's the name of that document set? This I will create dynamically. I'll put the full name of the user. I'll put an underscore here and also put in the email address that the user puts in to the Microsoft form. Note, document set paths must be unique. That's why I'm using a combination of these two properties. Content type ID. This will be the content type that I associated with that document library, which was new hire. And the moment I select this and click show all, I will get all the properties of that content type right here, which now I simply have to map. Title, I'll put full name. Description, I'll put about us information. Email, and so forth. And now, how do I grant the user who's filling the form out anonymously access to just that document set so they can upload files? Right after creating the document set, we have an action in SharePoint called grant access to an item or a folder. Document set is a folder. I'll select this. Connect to my SharePoint site. Connect to my document library. ID. What's the unique identifier of the item or the folder? That will be the ID dynamic content coming from create new document set. Recipients. This I'll switch to advanced mode, and from dynamic content, I will pick email address information that the anonymous user fills out. So I'm giving that email address access only on this document set. And here I can specify what role I would like to give the user. Should they be able to only view the details inside that folder, or should they be able to contribute as well? I'll pick this option. If you go to show all, here you can create a custom message. Please upload your supporting documents, resume, certificates, etc. for the application. Notify recipients, I will say yes. The create item action, that was the earlier action I used to add the item to the SharePoint list. I don't need that now, so I'll delete it. I will save my flow. Here is my anonymous form. I'll start entering my information. I'll put in my email address, phone number, the position I'm applying for, description, LinkedIn profile, submit. My response was submitted. The automation completes. If I look at the new hire information document library, here is the document set. This document set, if I go to its details, it has all the metadata. I can even show them as columns in the view. If I head over to manage access, you will note here that there is a link that was shared with a user. The email here is the information that the anonymous user filled when they submitted the form. Now let's look at how the anonymous user submits the files. Here is the email that I have received. Here is your folder. Please upload your supporting documents for the application. When I click open, it takes me to that document set folder, and here I have the option to upload files. I'll drag and drop a couple of files. I have uploaded them using that email address. Please note, if I try and go to the document library, this is full security. I don't see any other document set. If you enjoyed this video, then do like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And thank you so much for watching.